So you were in the Prime Minister's office for 5 years. Tell us about the working style of the Prime Minister, because you saw him in such close contact for hours together every single day for 7 years, unless he was traveling abroad. I believe you didn't travel with him
Never.
You didn't. Okay. So when he was not traveling abroad, when he was here, tell us about जो कार्यशैली होती है प्रधानमंत्री की. You've seen closely other prime ministers also, in the sense that you were not in the PMO, but you've worked, you've interacted because you were a very senior government functionary. So tell us what it was like. Firstly, why did you get chosen for the job as principal secretary? That itself was like, क्या खासियत है कि वो प्राइम मिनिस्टर जो हैं, he has chosen Mr. Mishra. He's very particular that he wants only Mr. Nripendra Mishra. So why you? What do you think was the reason? And what was it like those 5 years?
Look, I had never met the Honorable Prime Minister before I was chosen. That is, I recall 20th of May 2014 when I was called in Gujarat Bhavan. Why was I chosen? How he got to know about me? Perhaps their group of ministers, senior ministers, who met him in Ahmedabad, they must have suggested panel of names. That's his style.
Okay.
The Prime Minister, in fact, I could learn that from him the very first time when I interacted after becoming Principal Secretary. I, along with Cabinet Secretary, went with names of secretaries for certain administrative arrangements. And we thought he will say yes. So we read such and such should come here, such and such should come here. So he looked at us and said, look, I don't want this. You cannot expect orders from me like this. Please come with panel of names. I will make the selection. And then you will pass the order. So that is the process going to be.
Okay.
So I am very sure,
Huh.
even for the selection of the Principal Secretary, he must have had panel of names to be considered. They were all there in some manner or the other. There was a speculation already going on. And then he made his choice. I was not sort of offered the job the very first time when I met him. So he just called me and asked me to do some work. Never referred to
You had already retired by then.
Oh, yes, yes.
Superannuated?
Yeah. I had superannuated and I had even completed my after superannuation job of Telecom Regulatory Chairman. That was also completed.
Yes.
So he said, could you please do something? So I said, I'll try. So he said, you are being given a room in Gujarat Bhavan. You come in the morning. And after 3 days, I'll call you again. So I did my work, whatever was assigned, and then I went to him. I was summoned. I recall Mr. Jaitley, late Mr. Jaitley was sitting there. Amit Shah ji was sitting there. I made my presentation. I am very sure one thing must have disappointed him because I didn't present it to him on
As
screen.
a PowerPoint presentation.
PowerPoint presentation. I had taken hard copy, given to all 4 of them and selected. So I am very sure the tech savvy that he is, he must have thought this man is not tech savvy. Yeah, I am 100% sure about it. And compared to him, I was not. So he said that my proposal was discussed briefly. Then I was dismissed from there. They must have then taken a political view about the matter. And in the evening, I was called again. And he said, would you like to work with me? So that is how I was selected. So why I was selected, I don't know. But perhaps...
Did your colleagues all call you up and say कि मत करना, he's a hard taskmaster?
No.
Though आपके बारे में भी ये कहा जाता था, if I may just share that, it used to be said that you used to have very strict deadlines and अगर किसी ने तो शामत उसकी अगर वो नहीं हुआ तो. Your work style was somewhat similar, would you say?
In terms of delivery, yes. He believes in a certain time frame he goes all out to implement that. He is extremely receptive even during implementation to hear about the issues which are coming up. If we can resolve it, he resolves at his level even. So his is a very and something which is very special about his style in this is his modular approach. He doesn't climb the mountain. He goes step by step, step by step. And once he sees it has been achieved, he immediately shows you the next peak, then the third peak, and then the mountain. So that is the way he takes you. The moment you go and tell him that I have delivered this, you never get kudos from him. Because then he will say, Acha, ab ye karna hai. Ab ye karna hai. So that is how he moves. I think as a person who is in governance, implementing the programs in a defined time manner, perhaps I would rate the Prime Minister. There's something special about him. I don't think it is fear element that he will do something to the... He has never punished any officer. So even that is not there. But there is an element of awe, you can say, or whatever. The officers felt during my tenure that the Prime Minister desires certain time frame for implementation and he would like it to be done.
So from the outside as a journalist, one has observed that when Dr. Manmohan Singh, and all credit to him for all that he did in his tenure, but when the Prime Minister gave orders, it wasn't necessary that the bureaucracy would do it. I'll be honest with you, I've seen both the Prime Minister's offices, PMO of both the times. But when because there were several layers of functioning in that PMO. It's even his principal secretary was working, his staff was different, his media advisors were different. The PMO itself was not as tightly knit as this PMO is. And a directive from the PMO during Dr. Manmohan Singh's time did not have the same weightage as a directive from the PMO during Prime Minister Modi's tenure. In the first 5 years, did you notice the difference? Because as an IAS officer, you worked in both. Did you notice that difference?
It was very clear. I think the implementation and compliance was a lot better during the time of Prime Minister Modi. I don't think the threat worked. I don't think there was any fear of punishment. But there was an element, or let us say every secretary felt that he is being observed, not even by principal secretary, he is being observed by the Prime Minister.
Okay.
Somehow his control on the progress of the projects and implementation of the program, he was so well informed, at times ahead of me as principal secretary, that the secretaries in general believed that their performance is being observed and therefore they will be answerable. So that accountability and answerability was a lot more effective when the Prime Minister Modi went.
Do subscribe to the ANI Clips channel to get shorter versions of this podcast. Click here to watch the full episode.